Abusing group policies. As previously discussed in another video, group policies are powerful tools in Active Directory that allows administrators to easily customize user and computer settings across an entire network. Unfortunately, improper or malicious use may lead to security vulnerabilities, system instability, or unauthorized access. Let us now see how we can exploit misconfigured group policies in our lab. As seen earlier, we had identified a path from the user Chloe Gypsy who had a weak password. Let us revisit this path in Bloodhound. Open Bloodhound and search for the user Chloe Gypsy. Now click on Reachable High Value Targets. We can see that the Bloodhound maps the path to all high value targets. Let us filter this out by setting our target node as domain controllers. This shows us the path to the domain controller. We can see that there is a misconfigured policy to which members of the DHCP administrator group have generic write privileges. This group policy is linked to the domain, which means that changes in this group policy will get populated across all objects in the domain. In order to exploit this group policy, we need to gain access to the user Ajay Renal, who is one of the members of the DHCP administrators group. We have a misconfigured permission force change password from a compromised user Chloe Gypsy to Ajay Renal. We can use this ACL to change the password of the user Ajay Renal and then manipulate the group policy to gain control of the domain. Bloodhound help shows we need to pass the credentials of the user Chloe Gypsy as a secure string. We have already seen how to do that in an earlier module. Here we will use run as to spawn a session as Chloe Gypsy and then change the password of the user Ajay Renal using PowerShell. Open a PowerShell terminal and run the command run as /netonly/user and then specify insecure.corp.local/Chloe.gypsy and then PowerShell and specify it to open a new PowerShell window in the context of that user. Once that is done, navigate to the tools directory and load PowerView. Now let us use the commands provided by Bloodhound to first convert the new password to a secure string. Next, we can use the set domain user password commandlet to change the password of the user Ajay Renal. We have successfully changed the password of the user Ajay Renal. Now we can get to the meat of the topic, that is GPO abuse. Group policy offers an extensive array of settings that provide multiple avenues for compromising machines or users affected by a compromised group policy object, in short GPO. Various strategies can be employed, such as deploying specific startup scripts, manipulating Internet Explorer settings, publishing out a .msi file through software installation, adding a domain account to local administrators or RDP groups, or enforcing the mounting of a network share under the control of the attacker. One of the effective approach for immediate code execution involves pushing out an immediate scheduled task which executes instantly and self-removes during each group policy refresh. To accomplish this, a schtask.xml template is crafted to include the necessary configuration and commands, then copied to GPO path /machine /preferences /scheduled tasks/scheduled within the editable GPO. After waiting for the group policy refresh cycle, the .xml file is removed to minimize the footprint. Let us now exploit this. To do this, we will use our trustworthy runlist command with the flags /netonly/user, then specify the PowerShell session, and then provide the password from our saved notes. Now we need to load the latest Power View, which is Power View 3 present in our tools directory. In order to create an immediate scheduled task, the Power View tool's new GPO immediate task function simplifies this process, requiring the specification of parameters. Here we are creating a task named task name, which creates a scheduled task which on execution adds the user Ajay Renal to the local administrator group of the affected systems. The function generates a schtask.xml based on the provided specifications and copies it to the designated location determined by the GPO display name arguments. By default, the function prompts the user before copying, although this can be overridden by using the force option. Once that is done, we need to wait for at least 2 minutes for the GPO to get updated, the task to be created, and the command to be executed. After a couple of minutes, let us see if the user is added to the local administrator group of the domain controller. We can use crackmap_exec to do so. Open a Kali terminal and run the command crackmap_exec, protocol as SMB, then IP of the DC, then username and the username as ajay.renal, and then the password as can be seen on the screen. We can see that the user has local administrator access as the word pond is displayed. We can confirm this by executing the command to display, which is crackmap_exec smb then .0.2.7 as DCIP, then user Ajay Renal, then the password as seen on the screen, then execute the command using the X flag and specify net local group administrators. We can see that the user Ajay Renal has been added to the local administrator group of the DC. We can clean up our steps by removing the scheduled task from the group policy objects using the command let new GPO immediate task. They specify the -GPO display name flag misconfigured policy force remove. Understanding the risks and vulnerabilities associated with group policy objects is critical to creating and maintaining a secure Active Directory environment. Although GPOs provide a powerful tool for controlling domain-wide settings, malicious actors could misuse them to gain unauthorized control over them and the domain. Active Directory administrators must implement sound security practices to protect against these threats, which include regularly reviewing and auditing GPO configurations, assuring proper access control are in place, and watching for suspicious activity related to group policy objects. Protecting an Active Directory environment requires taking a proactive and continuous monitoring approach and understanding potential risks associated with the tools and technologies you rely upon. By taking such steps, organizations can lower GPO abuse risks while still maintaining a secure infrastructure for Active Directory.